Hello, everybody. How we all doing? How we all doing? So, it's Saturday. Saturday afternoon means one thing, ladies and gentlemen. It means racing. So, with that being said, we are here right now with the GTRC guys again. Or round one of the Silvia Touring Championship Series. So the way this is going to work this season, ladies and gentlemen, is this week will be a Silvia Touring Car Championship event, and next week will be a GR3 Championship event. So we have two different series running simultaneously bi-weekly beside each other here for this season here at the GTRC, which is absolutely fantastic. You guys completely smashed that star goal, by the way. We love you guys. We got Nick coming in with the big follow as well. Much love, brother. Much love. We appreciate that. All right, so the deal is, ladies and gentlemen, that it's going to be a 10-minute qualifier. So, we are here on GT7, ladies and gentlemen. So, things are going to be working a little bit differently than last season for what we saw last season. The lobbies are a little bit more picky still because the game is still very new and they just haven't perfected our lobbies for us here yet. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a little bit tricky today. So we are started qualifying here. Qualifying started right on time. So my job here on his commentary here today, obviously besides bringing you guys the action, is also to make sure these guys are aware of our qualifying time. So we're just going to turn on some audio for you guys here. Give me one moment. There you guys go. Absolutely fantastic. And we're just going to go through our field here. We got some of the usual suspects in the field here from last season, ladies and gentlemen. We see a couple of new names here on the list. So we got Doug here from last season, obviously, one of the admins over at GTRC. We've got Ibra back here for some Silvia Touring Car action as well. These are the Group 4 Silvia Touring Cars. Fuel and tire will be 3 times and 3 times as well. And these guys will be required to run the medium tires throughout the race here today. So that's what we're going to be seeing today. So we do have Ibra, he's back from last season. We got Supra also back from last season. And a very GTR-esque Silvia livery there. We've got the good old Cleveland Browns from Mr. Tyrone Colby here. Looking really good. Deliveries look really sharp here on GT7. We're really excited to be bringing GT7 to you guys here today. It's we haven't done a whole lot of commentary for GT7, so it's glad to see everybody starting to make that shift and really start to move over to the game, obviously. Oh, come on, don't give me that. Don't give me the lag. Don't give me the lag. We don't want the lag. Okay, so what we're going to do is... Alright, just bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go shut down the GT45 Gaming YouTube here so we can make sure that the GTRC YouTube stays running nice and clean and efficient for you guys. So just bear with me here for a moment. We are keeping track of the time here as well. So we have Type R here. We've got Monkey Mafia is back as well. He started last season with the GR4 Championship, and then something came up and he wasn't able to finish. We have Key here as well, Key Tops, PSN ID. So it looks like we got 9 guys in the field here for the first race today. So not too shabby at all. Okay, for some reason, it's not cooperating with me here, so just give me a moment, chat. It crashed. Alright. No, we're still going. Okay. Just bear with me here. Just bear with me, chat. Bear with me. We're almost at it here. We're going to shut down the GT45 Gaming YouTube anyways, just to make everything better. We just gotta wait for my computer to open it. The computer is working really hard right now, so just bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so we just killed the YouTube feed over at GT45 Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. That should settle down the stream for the GTRC YouTube now. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes the software just doesn't like to play nice, and that's just the way it goes. It looks like it's already starting to settle down, which is fantastic. Alright. Alright. It's definitely starting to settle down. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. It is technology at its finest. So currently we have Doug sitting in P1 here. So provisional pole currently is Doug. So with 0.2 of a second lead over Key. Now Key has a pretty good, he's at 0.6 of a second over our third place driver, Hairraiser, right now. So Hairraiser sitting provisional third. And then we have Posh Connor sitting in P4, Ibra in P5. Monkey Mafia is currently sitting P6. We got Supra currently sitting in P7. We got Trone currently sitting in P8, and we got Type R in P9. So now the way this is going to work, ladies and gentlemen, is when qualifying timer is up, I'm going to put in the chat that the guys are on their last lap. So what's going to happen is no matter where they are on the racetrack, they're going to finish the lap that they're on, cross that start-finish line, they're going to pull up to turn 1, and then they're going to pull off the racetrack and just sit there and wait. And then at that point, once I've confirmed that all drivers have completed qualifying, we can then start the race off. Now, we don't have the options like we had in Gran Turismo Sport, ladies and gentlemen, to just go right straight from qualifying into the race. They just haven't sorted all that stuff out for us yet, so we've got to work our way around the way that the game is set up currently right now. We've done a lot of testing. We've passed a lot of information around from one guy running a league to another guy running a league through this guy's Discord server. We've been sharing a lot of information as organizers, as event organizers, as planners, as content creators, and as broadcasters to try and ensure the absolute best quality lobby races that we can give you guys currently in GT7. So bear with us. We could end up in some technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. It does happen. So with that being said, all we can do is hope for the best. And as long as the race gets kicked off, at that point we should be styling for the next hour. So this will be in a 1 hour long endurance race. And we're at Trial Mountain here in the United States of America today as well, ladies and gentlemen. And we're in these beautiful Silvia Touring Cars. These are a Group 4 car. They're brand new into Gran Turismo. So the guys are having a one-make series. So this will run for, I believe, 6 weeks or 7 weeks. And then there's a Group 3 championship, which will be broadcast premiering next week here on Saturday. Same time, same channel, ladies and gentlemen. And what that's going to do is split the championships up. So we're going to see different drivers from 1 week to the next. The Group 3 field is full. That championship series is coming next weekend, ladies and gentlemen, is full. That is a full grid. We're going to see an absolutely blazing good time over there. And I do suspect that we're going to see this one fill up as well as the season progresses. So, lots of interest in the GT7 games. We've definitely been seeing lots of traffic over here in the GTRC Discord. You guys are legends for that. We love you. Thanks for coming in and checking out, seeing what GTRC has to offer. We are running events over on GT7, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're interested, you want to get involved, all you got to do is let us know, and we'll set you up in the Discord. We'll let you take a round. We'll let you talk to the staff over there at the GTRC community, and they will totally set you up and give you whatever information you're looking for. They'll get you on track, and yeah, you can get yourself on camera here every Saturday during the events as well. Here, broadcast for GT45 Gaming and the GTRC YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. So again, we have settled the stream down for you, beautiful folks over at the GTRC, and really glad to see it. So we're still having a little bit of drop frame rate issues, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully it settles itself down. I feel like Facebook is probably the one that's really paying the price for the drop frames right now. So if that is the case, just head over to YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Type in GTRC over on YouTube, and you can also catch the viewing experience over there. So with that being said, I think we're just going to close that window right out, get rid of the Facebook dashboard. Obviously, we don't need it. And let's do this. Let's do this. We had Nick Donovan coming in with a massive follow as well, man. Much love, my guy. Appreciate you. Welcome to the Winner's Circle community and the Fam Jam. You're definitely becoming a part of something bigger than you could imagine, bigger than yourself. We appreciate your support, and keep on rocking, baby. Keep on rocking. Sorry, guys. I'm not paying attention. Thank God the drivers are paying attention. They did just have the drivers meeting, obviously, before the race, so you know what I mean. So we see Posh there, he's playing around. So let's go through our field. All our drivers know what's going on. We still have a couple drivers on hot laps here. So we got Trone on a hot lap, we got Type R on a hot lap. It looks like the rest of our drivers have completed their qualifiers. Trone doesn't like what he's got going on, so he's going to shut her down. And it's race time, ladies and gentlemen. It is race time. So here we go. The race is going off. We got a 1 hour endurance race here at Trial Mountain, ladies and gentlemen. So let's do it. We got Doug on pole. We got Keytops in second. We got, sorry, Hairraiser on pole. Keytops in second. Doug in third. Monkey Mafia in fourth. Posh in fifth. Ibra in sixth. Supra in seventh. Trone Kobe in eighth. And Type R in ninth place, ladies and gentlemen. So we're off. And Keytops not getting the best of starts there. But Hairraiser gets a great start, and so does Doug. So here we go. We got 9. Silvia's barreling down this front straightaway. And this is Trial Mountain, ladies and gentlemen. Corner 1 is going to be interesting. We're going in 4 wide in the backfield here. Let's see how these guys manage. Oh, it looks like they all split. Some guys backed out. So everybody's managing to get through the corners here really, really safely. So great job by all our drivers very early on. It's a new season, a little bit of nerves. New cars, new physics, new tracks, ladies and gentlemen. We have progressive time. We have progressive weather going on. Major factors here in the races now. It's going to get epic, ladies and gentlemen. It's absolutely going to get epic. So we're going to be in for some fantastic racing here at Trial Mountain today for the GTRC. And what a camera shot by our camera guy. So Doug does have the early lead from Hairraiser, from Keytops, rounding out our pole. From there, we've got Supra very close behind in fourth place, sitting on a half-second penalty, though. So Ibra trying to stay close to take advantage of that half-second penalty. We've got Posh Connor right there in the Martini-style Silvia as well, with Monkey Mafia now trying to make the move down the inside here. So he does have this inside track coming at the end of the straightaway, coming into this, I'm going to say, semi-braking, semi-high-speed corner to the left here. This is a really fun racetrack. It's got some great flow. They've extended the racetrack since the original version in Gran Turismo 5 and 6. So I think what they've done with the racetrack here in GT7 is absolutely phenomenal. We don't have corner names for you guys. I haven't had time to do my research for this, but we got a great battle between Posh and Monkey Mafia here. Posh just holding off Monkey Mafia. So we're having a great battle here in our mid-pack. As always, these guys always provide fantastic racing, ladies and gentlemen. And we got Monkey Mafia now going to try and make the move on the outside. So Posh is going to tuck that car inside. He's going to try and hold that apex off Monkey Mafia. Monkey Mafia is not going to get the cutback. Posh doing a great job defending that apex there, chat. And we're off to a really good start here. The car sounds fantastic. The graphics are just phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen. The liveries, oh, they look beautiful. So we got Doug in first place, and he's really got that Honda Spoon-esque livery rocking on this Silvia here today. So a little bit of love to the Honda Spoon car class here from Dougborough as well. But great looking livery here on this Silvia. And we have Hair Razor. He's just behind it. He's only about 0.4 of a second off. So he's in that slip, and he's just very patiently sitting there with Doug pushing. And we don't see Bufu Shidara here in this series. So anybody's championship here right off the bat is our current champion from last season's GR4 series is not in the race here today. Doesn't mean he's not in the series. He's just not on track today. And then we got Key here in that very NASCAR-esque style livery here, that Napa Auto Parts 31 on this Silvia. So, ooh, we see Hair Razor make a mistake there, ladies and gentlemen. So that gave Key the position. Great job by Key to be aware that there was an opportunity there. It got through there cleanly. And also a great job by Hair Razor. There was even straight sideways coming around that corner. Managed to keep the car together and maintain third place. We got Ibra, we got Posh. As they're coming through that tunnel, you see the lights popping on those cars. It gets very dark in these tunnels here. And let's jump on board with our fourth place driver here. And you know what? They got this amazing new view here in Gran Turismo 7, ladies and gentlemen. This is a beautiful view here. So this basically would be the camera sitting on the roll cage just off center of the driver's seat in these Silvias. Now, obviously, you can see these are Japanese-made cars, so the steering is on the right-hand side of these race cars, which adds a little bit of difference, maybe to some of the driver's comfort factors here as well, but you can really get a great look in this Silvia here. So, and then we can maybe look behind. There we go. So this is what's going on behind Ibra here currently, as he's sitting in fourth place. He's trying to chase down Hair Razor in third place, but you can just see these guys are all in a big line here. There's only one car that seems to be just a smidge off the group, and I mean, he can still see this pack, so he is all right there. So this is anybody's race very early on here, ladies and gentlemen. We get back to our TV cameras here. So we do have Doug still in first place, but you can see Hair Razor is, Keytops ain't letting him go anywhere. Keytops is right there on top of Doug, and Keytops actually got a better line coming through T1, T2, and T3 coming into the tunnel here. And it is especially in these Group 4 cars, you're full sending that corner. There's really no need to brake there. If anything, you got to maybe let off the accelerator just a little bit to get over that hill safely. And then you come through the tunnel, and you got a little bit of a tough sector here coming through the mid-sector, the early mid-sector Trial Mountain. And then these guys are going to come out through another tunnel, and you just hit this massive, massive straightaway. Now, if you do this right, you can really tuck tight to the inside here, as you see Doug doing right here currently, and you can really get some great exit speed coming out of that tunnel, ladies and gentlemen. The second tunnel here in Trial Mountain, if you can get it just right and really hook that bottom side, that dirt's not going to affect your car any, and you are going to be able to get on the throttle super, super, super early. Really get a good run on your opponent, especially if they don't take that line through that corner. So we've seen Doug take that corner just textbook, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you take that corner as fast as you possibly can. And this corner here is a little bit trickier, but you can see both these drivers are 100% on point. They're really hugging around where those rocks are poking over the track there. And again, Doug defending really well, not giving Keytops any window of opportunity to sneak inside that car around the corners here currently on the racetrack. So Doug's doing a fantastic job maintaining the early lead here at Trial Mountain. We do have, again, Keytop sitting in second place. We have Hair Razor now. He's fallen back a little bit here. He's about 5 seconds behind, so maybe he's had another incident here on track. But still holding third place, but Posh Connor is coming. You know, he is right there. He's managed to find his way around Ibra. And it looks like Ibra's made somewhat of a mistake, as Ibra's now lost 2 positions as well currently while we're watching our leaders here. As Super is now sitting in 5th place, so Ibra's dropped all the way from 4th to 6th place. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we do not have a live action replay function available to us currently in GT7, so we just got to catch the action as it happens, or just speculate what happened, which is fun, So we got Tron here in 8th, and then we've got Type R. He's just coming up the straightaway here. He hasn't lost a pack yet, but Type R looking like he may be struggling just a little bit early on with this car. Now, these Silvia Touring cars, ladies and gentlemen, are really fun cars, and they actually make really, really fantastic drift setup cars. So, I mean, if you're a drifter, If you're a drift car driver out there, you're a drift racer. I mean, I shouldn't have to tell you that the Silvias are some of the best drifting cars out there. But yeah, this car, fantastic drifting car, ladies and gentlemen. So let's, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. I'm going to have to go map my buttons. They're all different here on GT7. So we'll just cycle through. So this is what it looks like when you're looking behind. So this is what the drivers see in the rearview mirrors, ladies and gentlemen, when they're looking. Oh, we got to move maybe by key tops here. Let's find us a better angle here as we have a potential move. Key really took a look on the inside there, and I think Doug gave him the room. I just don't think Key was close enough to really get that move done. So now we have a battle here for P1. And it is between Doug and Key here. And Key is just all up on Doug's business here currently. You see Doug is really trying not to give him the space or that room on the inside. He left the word. He's leaving that door open there right though. So Key is going to try and take advantage here. He's going to try and get around here on the outside. This is a very tough corner to make the pass on, but you see Key got a really good run out of that corner. He's just going to sit behind Doug. He's going to sit in that slipstream, and we're going to do it all over again. So great battle happening between Doug Burrell and Key currently on track for P1 and P2 here, so we're definitely going to do the best that we can keep up with that. You know, we're just going to leave that up because it doesn't want to seem to cooperate with us here, so we'll get you guys some awesome banners and whatnot here in a little bit. I apologize to those over there viewing on Facebook. It looks like the stream is really struggling on Facebook here, so we're going to have to sort that out before our NASCAR race here today. It's telling me that we're dropping a lot of frames, but it's definitely behind. There's a huge delay, so I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen, both on YouTube and Facebook here, but we're still running here, so we're going to bring this to you guys no matter what. Every once in a while the software likes to act up. There's not a lot we can do about it, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. It's just the way it is. So we're going to a nice little side-by-side battle coming here from Key. He's going to try and just keep his nose on the inside of Doug's car here. And these guys, I mean, obviously these cars it's a one-make race, so they're very evenly matched cars. BOP's on. There's no tuning in these cars. So not only do these drivers not have any option to adjust brake balance, but they have to run it the way it is. So the tire wear has to be extremely well managed as well, because now you don't have the ability to change the brake balance forward or backwards on these cars, depending on tire wear situations, to try and keep your tires wearing as evenly as possible. These drivers are 100% at the mercy of the game, the track, and the car, not being able to adjust those brake bias controllers. So again, just another funny little thing in Gran Turismo 7 here that we got to deal with, ladies and gentlemen. So in a sense, though, I think it's not a bad thing. I think it's forcing all racers, new and experienced alike, to really have a learning curve to pick up. And you have to learn to drive these cars in an uncomfortable handling situation, maybe more times than you're quite familiar with. So with that being said, you know, ladies and gentlemen, these guys are working hard. New game, new physics model. There's a lot of things that have changed here in Gran Turismo lately, and the physics and tire model is definitely one of them. So these drivers are definitely in for a workout today. They're in for a workout today. Now, Doug is a pad driver, ladies and gentlemen. So just so you know, I'm not sure about Key. We are going to jump on with our new leader, and you can see the tire wear difference is a little bit significant here between the two drivers. So it's not hugely significant, but it's definitely significant enough to make a difference at the end of the day. We got Hair Razor here as well, as he's coming into the third tunnel here. This is a big long straightaway these guys are entering into here now. So it's a very dark, unlit tunnel, and then it comes into a more lit part of the tunnel, obviously, as they come outside of the mountain, and that's still there to protect from falling debris, and etc., etc. And then, of course, another hard side tunnel, and then they come out just into this beautiful wooded area here. And then they got this juicy left-hand corner coming up here, which leads into a little bit of a technical sector, and then they make that final run into the start-finish run. So we got Posh here still sitting in fourth place, still looking fantastic here as well. He's in that Martini-style Silvia here today. We've got Monkey Mafia here as well. Let's see if we can get a good look at that livery. The camera guy was not giving us the greatest shot there. I'm just trying to catch what it says there. It says Drink Alchemy Motorsports, I believe that says. And then we got our man here, Trolling Kobe, our Cleveland Browns supporter here at the GTRC. Always rocking Cleveland Browns style liveries on those cars of his. We also got Ibra here as well, ladies and gentlemen. And he's dropping back a couple of spots. So it's kind of shocking to see, actually. Ibra's usually one of those guys that's right fighting for those podium positions. So maybe not quite comfortable with this car yet here either. We have Supra in 8th place here as well. And then we have Type R's a little bit behind here currently. But, you know, these drivers will get used to these cars for sure. And when they do, it's going to be just door-to-door racing all the way through, start to finish, like it is every season with these guys. These guys really put on a fantastic race. And typically the pace is quite close between all the drivers here. So we do have Key here now opening up about a 1.7 second lead on Doug here. But again, as we did see, Doug's tires are just a little bit more worn than Key's are. So not a lot, but enough to make difference over a long run. Hair Razor in 3rd place here. Cars are looking fantastic here. I mean, the graphic shots, the just everything about Gran Turismo 7, ladies and gentlemen, really is fantastic to watch. The cars, the physics, just the way the shadowing goes over the cars. You know, if there's if it goes nighttime and you get the sun reflection as they're going through the shadowing, you can see that in the cars. You know, the graphics design is just, oh, the graphic model is beautiful, ladies and gentlemen, in GT7, and it's making for some very great viewing. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. This is live as it's happening here at Trial Mountain today, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a pre-recorded deal. This is a live simulated race here on Gran Turismo 7, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope we all enjoy it as we're over to Ibra here now. We're going to go through our field and cockpit view, one of the most OP modes. But then again, we have this beautiful new mode. And, you know, this is really fun because you can see everything that's happening in the car, right? You can see the driver shifting when he's downshifting gears. You can see him upshifting when he's shifting gears. You can see all the controls on the dashboard. So that's what the race car driver has to work with within the car. And then, of course, we see on our steering wheel here, you can't really see it, I guess, from this view. You see the buttons on the steering wheel there. You know, some of these cars have mapping buttons so they can put it in a different mode depending on the part of the stint that they're on. You know, they have the engineers have pre-setups built into these cars. So yeah, you know, it's really cool. These guys do a great job here. And we just love this shot right here. So this is what it looks like behind our current leader right now, who is Key. Now, again, these drivers are going to be required to make a pit stop here. There's no way they're going to get through the whole race without having to fuel and take tires. I highly doubt it. It'd be a very bold strategy if somebody did try it, however, but I don't foresee it happening, ladies and gentlemen. So Doug has really closed that gap up, so Key making some form of a mistake here somewhere along the way, and it looks like the stream is starting to catch back up here, so that's fantastic. Glad to see it, ladies and gentlemen. We were just overloading our computer just slightly there, I think is what the deal was, so we made the right call by shutting down the GT45 YouTube channel and allow this to go on the GTRC YouTube channel, because that is more important, ladies and gentlemen. This is their league, this is their series, so we want to make sure that their channel is got these broadcasts available to all their racers, their viewers, their fans alike. And of course, welcome everybody on GT45 Gaming as well. We appreciate all you guys, we really do. But we do have a juicy battle here for P1 and P2. This battle has been going on just beautifully for the last, well, for the whole race. And Doug's on the inside. He's going to try and make the move going into T1 and T2. He gets the move done. We see Key just a little bit on the brakes there, just to make sure that there was no contact. So really good racing awareness by Key. And And Key's going to try and hold that outside line, and it's actually quite easily doable through this tunnel if you get it just right, but he's going to go for the cutback. Is he going to get it done? It's going to put him on the outside, though, here for the next corner. Doug really doing a great job, again, at defending against Key. But with these guys battling like this is going to give Hair Raiser an opportunity to really start to gain some time, and that's exactly what we're seeing here already. It was a 4.8 seconds 2 laps ago when we were watching Hair Raiser here, and now he's got that gap down to 3.7. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, obviously, the more battling that these guys do, the better chance that Hair Raiser has of getting back into this battle for the lead. So at some point, these guys are either going to have to decide to continue battling and allow the rest of the pack to catch back up to them, or they're going to have to start working together a little bit to make sure they maintain that gap. So you can see when these two aren't battling, you can see that timer going up. It's at 3.8, it's almost 3.9, and Key's going to try and make a move here on Doug. He's on the outside. This is not really the best place to try and make a move here, so great job by Key, realizing that he was in a bad spot there. He backs off, just tucks back in behind Doug, and wait for a better opportunity to pass. So Key showing some really great track awareness and some really great patience very early on in this Silvia Touring series here today. And yeah, he's looking great out there, ladies and gentlemen. Doug has his hands full right now with Key in that Napa 31. So, but we do see Hair Raiser here. Hair Raiser's closing. He is closing this gap. He's gained 0.5 of a second on these guys just in that last sector alone with a little bit of battling they've been doing. We have a penalty here by Posh, of course, which will be served, as you can see here. In Gran Turismo 7, they've implemented penalty zones like the FIA races in Gran Turismo Sport in our lobbies, so we don't need to manage penalty situations here anymore, which is fantastic for race officials and racing staff and administration staff for all these events, because there's one less thing that we need to, of course, watch out for when we're stewarding the races after the fact, and that's really the most important thing. So the less work our stewards got to do, the faster, of course, we get these official results out to the drivers, and that's really what is important. The drivers love to see and know where they're sitting after each race, and that's their drive, that's their push. You know, they know that they either need to start working harder or they need to maybe get some help finding some lines because they're struggling with a particular racetrack, whatever the case may be. But I mean, these guys all practice together as well, ladies and gentlemen, so the drivers do help each other as well, find extra pace and figure out these cars, obviously, so they have better racing. These guys just want to compete, they want to race. They don't want to get out front and just drive away with the race for 60 minutes. These guys want to battle, and that's what we're seeing today. We're seeing a great battle between Key and Doug Burrow here very, very early on in the race here. I mean, this race has been dominated by these two drivers, and we're only just 19 and a half minutes in, ladies and gentlemen, so we still got 40 minutes of racing left here today, which is fantastic. And we're really just monitoring our dashboard situations here because well, I just feel like comments alerts are not working properly today, along with several other things, so just bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously we're working on it. We're definitely getting poor frame rate on Facebook, that is for sure. So look at this, we can see Hair Raiser now starting to close back in on these guys. He's got that gap back under 3 seconds, so clean air and no battling really can make a difference in a race, and there's still a lot of time left in this race, ladies and gentlemen. So again, anything could happen. We see Posh now coming through T1. You can see that Silvia just getting a little bit of front end lift coming over the hill right there. You didn't see that lift coming from Eva, which tells me he didn't really come over that corner at full speed. Oh, we got a driver wide, we got a driver wide, we got Super is out wide. Really great job to keep control of that car. And still tucks it in front of Troll and Colby, but Troll and Colby's going to have the inside here. Is he going to get around him before he comes into the next set of corners? He's going to be forced on the outside here. It's a tough move. A very tight corner. Great job by the two drivers. Just a little bit of wheel-to-wheel rub there from the rear fender and the front fender of Troll and Super there, but it didn't seem to affect the driver's positioning or drive out of the corner at all. Very, very tight spot there to be side by side. And you can see Super got a great run through the tunnel corner there. Just Trone losing a little bit of steam, but Trone is in the slip. So With that being said, that slipstream is going to catch Trone back up to Supra here by the end of this straightaway, and may give Trone an opportunity to try and make a move here. Sometimes you really got to be patient when you go to make that move. You get out there too early, and you're going to lose slipstream. You're going to lose that slipstream slingshot, and then you might really find yourself battling for a few corners. But looks like Trone's timing was just spot on the money right there. He really tucked in on that inside line and makes the move for 7th place. A great job there by Trone on Supra. As Supra did make a mistake going into that first tunnel there after T3, but doing a really great job to keep it together. But that did create a battle. So now we've got Doug still holding off Key for first place currently, but this battle is far from over, ladies and gentlemen. I suspect that we're going to see all these guys pit at the same time. Obviously, they don't want to lose track of each other here. We got Posh coming out really wide there, making a little bit of contact with the wall. Monkey Mafia is doing really fantastic here, still sitting in 5th place here. He's trying to get caught back up to Posh, and it looks like he's starting to drip some time here. Eber has now moved back up into P6, so Eber is slowly but surely making his way back up through the field here. We got Trone, as we just seen, moving up into P7. We still got a great battle here between Troll and Kobe and Supra, so let's stick with this here for a minute. And again, 1 and 2 is very, very close together as well, so we're trying to monitor this battle between 7th and 8th and position 1 and 2 currently, but Trone is doing a really great job at defending off Supra, always keeping that car on that inside line, trying to keep that apex, so making it tough on Supra. Supra wants to get around, and he's going to make Supra take that outside line, but Kobe went a little bit wide into the tunnel there, and that's actually going to be a chance for Supra there to maybe try and make a move here, but Trone managed to keep it over the wall, so he didn't lose a ton of momentum, but Supra's going to get a good run out of that corner. As you can see, he got a really great drive out of that corner. He got the racing line and the proper exit there, where Trone was a little bit out of sorts going into that corner, but Trone managing to hold him off there. So a great battle between these two. You see them both on that line. They're just absolutely tearing it up. Oh, and Supra just got a little bit of contact there with that wall and coming into the tunnel there. So that's going to cost him about a 1/10 of a second on exit there. Now he's going to have to work to catch Trone. So I guess the question is does Trone defend here? He's going semi-defensive currently here. As you can see him up the middle of the track, and he does move back over. So now Supra's going to try the same move on Trone that Trone made 1 lap earlier on Supra. Again, should be no issue here as he's got that inside line. We see Trone trying to come back with that juicy cutback move there, and he does get side by side with Supra here. Are they going to push it too wide here? Trone does back off. He realizes it's not the greatest spot to be 2x2. And, man, good racing by all of these guys here. So we do see Key coming into the pit lane here. Maybe he's just tired of driving in that dirty air. He wants to get some fresh air under the hood and put down some good solid laps, I think is what's happening here. Anthony coming in with that thumbs up as well. Much love, my guy. Much love. How you doing, brother? I am good, Anthony. Appreciate you popping in. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, if the stream is lagging a little bit. There's just, unfortunately, there's just nothing I can do about it. We just gotta go with the punches here and hope it settles down. So let's get a good look at that Napa Auto Parts 31 Silvia here, ladies and gentlemen. Now in GTS, they give us really great pit shots here for deliveries. And they're doing a pretty good job here in GT7 with the livery shots here. So you can see he's just pumping up some fuel there. So an early pit strategy from second place driver Keys. Now obviously he's going to be in last place by the time he comes out of the pits. He's going to be a little bit behind the pack here, but that also means that we still have all the other drivers are going to have to pit here. So it's going to be interesting to see if this undercut plan is really going to pay off or if it's going to bite him in the butt. So now Doug has no pressure here. Doug can really just focus on putting down some good solid laps. We can see Doug's probably going to be thinking about making a pit stop here in the near future. We got Hair Razor here as well. We're starting to get, you can see the lights are coming on, chat. The lights are coming on. So we are now starting to go from our mid-afternoon into our evening phase here. And again, great stuff right here. This is one of the best parts about GT7 is this progressive time of day and this progressive time of weather. And as you can see here, we're starting to get a little bit later on into the day now. You can see it's a little bit cloudy outside. And what that's going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is it's going to cool the racetrack down. So what these guys were just used and comfortable to on the track while the track was semi-warm, while the sun was kind of heating up the tarmac, these drivers are now going to be dealing with much looser conditions. The racetrack's going to be a little bit slipperier. So the drivers are going to have to be a little more on point. They're going to have to make those adjustments, obviously, when they make their pit stops. We see Doug now coming into pit lane here as well. So our leader has made his stop here today. They're still glitching and not loading. No, everything's fantastic, my guy. We've been having we've been having great races here on GT7. We've had no issues for the most part over here in North America. I'm not sure what the deal is. I know some people are struggling really bad with GT7. Can't get the lobbies to run. Can't get the drivers to stay connected. We're really not having that many issues. We've done a lot of our homework. We found out our workarounds, and for the most part, the lobbies have been pretty good for us. So. Yeah, we're not having any issues. All our drivers are on track. They are all visible. And really, we've had no issues. If you're seeing glitching on the stream, it's probably because the stream is lagging. And that's on me. That's on me. That's not on the game. That's my equipment. So I do apologize if that's the case today, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, there's just nothing I can do about it, but hope it settles down. So we'll make the adjustment at the end of the broadcast because we will be going back live here in a couple hours after the race is finished, as well as we've got a NASCAR style race that we're going to be competing in here today. And if you guys are in the Discord server, you may have already seen what the NASCAR looks like. So if you haven't seen yet, you're a part of the GT45 Gaming Discord. Head on in there, head over to the livery section, and go check out what your boy's driving here in a little bit later on tonight. So. Posh Connor now holding second place. We got Monkey Mafia's now grandfathered up into P3 with our leaders pit stopping. We got Ibra's now up to P4. We got Trone in P5. We've got Supra in P6. Now it's getting very dark out here, so the chances of getting to see these liveries are diminishing very quickly. But now the drivers have a whole new ballgame to deal with. They're going to have headlights in the rearview mirrors, so they're going to have some shine in the eyes. These drivers are going to have a little bit that they're going to have to contend with. We still see Type R here as well, so. We're going to have to see some pit stops here coming from the rest of these guys, I would imagine. Probably within the next few laps here, as clearly as we can see on screen. Some drivers suffering from more tire wear than others. Fuel situations are quite a bit different between all our drivers. We do have Posh Connor now coming into pit lane. Supra is following him. And yeah, no, everything's been working fantastic here today. We've been racing now for 30 minutes. We had a 10-minute qualifier beforehand. It's how you approach it. It's how you approach it. We just got to work with what the game has to offer, ladies and gentlemen. And every broadcast, every stream, everything, every night that we have open lobbies or a league race broadcast here on the page, just goes to show that this is more than doable, ladies and gentlemen. So don't be scared of it. It's doable. You need information, you need some help to figure out how the lobbies can run better, all you got to do is message us. We have no problem helping you all out. We're going to jump over to Super here now too. Obviously we got to get to good livery shots while the cars are in pit lane. The pits are very well lit up here on the racetrack, so the guys can see what they're doing. We see a little bit of damage on the back end of Supra. Silvia there, you see some scrapes on that rear right quarter panel on the bumper there, and a little bit of a dent there. So that is when he got into the wall going into the tunnel after turn 3, sorry. So, yeah, just, it was a great save, though. Hairraiser is just absolutely, he's going to try and stretch out the gap as much as he can here on our leaders from their pit stop. So, Monkey Mafia is flying now. This track gets quite tricky in the dark. It's very, very dark here, as you can see on track. Let's jump on board. So, this is what it looks like to the drivers right now while they're racing on track. So, we're from the driver's point of view here currently. And, yeah, not easy, man. You can only see what the headlights are showing you, and not a whole lot more. So a lot of it comes down to racetrack recognition, obviously, and not missing your marks. Definitely important. You definitely don't want to miss those braking zones. You definitely don't want to miss your apexes now. You want to make sure that you're on the tarmac, as we can see a pit stop coming from Hairraiser and Ibra as well. So now that leaves Monkey Mafia currently in the lead here, and that's going to leave Trone Colby in second place. So let's see if any of these drivers are going to... Trone's going around, get a great look at that livery from Hairraiser here with that Costa Silvia Touring Car here. A little bit of Gillette on there. Nice yellow and white. Very simple. Hairraiser is very simple. He's a very classic livery style guy. He keeps them quite easy, quite simple, quite tasteful. And Ibra, he's coming into his pit box here with his Silvia. Same thing, because Ibra keeps them quite simple. They're very clean, very crisp, looking very good over there. So let's get back into our action. So now we have Monkey Mafia currently leading our race here, and as you can see, he's got 17 seconds on the next driver, so it's not going to be enough for him to hold position making a pit stop here per se, but it's definitely a good healthy gap, 15 seconds from throwing to Doug as well. So I think that Doug and Key have really done their jobs here as far as their pit strategy goes, and you can see these two are still very close together. So Key tried to go for the undercut on Doug. It didn't quite work, but what it did do is allow him to be right there with Doug when Doug made his pit stop. So once our leader and second place driver Trone and Monkey Mafia do decide to finally make their pit stops, these two drivers should inherit first and second place back. That will leave Hairraiser in third, Posh in fourth, Ibra in fifth, Super in sixth, and Type R in seventh place, who has yet to make his pit stop by the look of it as well. So we see Monkey Mafia now opting to come in for his pit stop here as well, ladies and gentlemen. So our current leader now making his pit stop, and I would imagine we're going to see Troll and Kobe coming in probably not too far behind. And I wouldn't imagine that we're not going to see Type R coming in, obviously not too much longer as well. The guys, their tires are starting to wear down, they're getting light on fuel, so. And it is taking an awful long time to get this car down the pit lane. Alright, so let's get a good look at that there. Drink Alchemy Motorsports. DAM. I like it. I like EDA. EDA. Got it. So EDA. Drink Alchemy Esports. I dig it. We got Colby here. Let's get a good look at that Cleveland Browns livery here on Tron. Going with a little bit of a darker orange, almost red color here for this one. So as I suspected, that does give Doug the lead back. So we have 27 minutes remaining. Oh, we had a little bit of a spike there. We're not sure what happened there, but everything's still good. All our drivers are still on track here, so we are rocking and rolling. So Doug currently sitting in first place here, and you know, Key is just right there, man. He is not really giving Doug a whole lot of space. As you can see, all the lights in the tunnel going over the car there. And this is what I was talking about, the graphics difference from GTS to GT7, just how in-depth the graphic model really is to be able to keep up with the lights and the shadowing and just everything that's going on. As you can see, the headlights even reflecting from the car behind a little bit there. On the contours of that wing as well, and I mean the light refraction is just fantastic here in GT7, ladies and gentlemen. So we are really excited to finally be racing here on GT7 and just bringing some great championships here with the amazing game that they have produced here. You know, patience is but a virtue, ladies and gentlemen, and these guys are just having a blast out here today, driving on track. And yeah, look at these guys go, man. This Silvia Car series is going to be a fantastic series, and Doug is really cruising here. So you see Doug's really got a great handle on this Silvia early on in the race here, but Key is, man, he has just got that car all up in Doug's business, let me tell you. Key is just not letting Doug get away at all, and I mean these guys are pushing down 2-minute laps here, ladies and gentlemen, so they're cruising. They're definitely doing pretty good pace here in these Silvias. And we actually just seen Key drop the fastest lap of the race there with that 1:59.976. So that is our first sub 2-minute lap here on track as well. And Key is just all up on Doug's business here. And you can see these two are really battling there. Doug going for that defensive line. Key having to make a little bit of an evasive maneuver not to make contact with Doug there in front plate. Oh, almost a little bit of contact there, but that's gonna. Oh, Doug cannot get his preferred line here. This is gonna be Key's chance. He's really tucked that in deep. A little bit of contact between the two drivers. These guys are battling. Oh, are these guys battling, chat? This is a fantastic battle between P1 and P2 here. Key and Doug. There is no love lost between these two guys, man. Rubbins is racing, ladies and gentlemen. They are using every single millimeter of this racetrack to battle for that race lead. And you see Doug now trying to get on the inside, coming out of this long straight here, coming around this mid-sweeping corner. And Key went really late on the brakes there. He's trying to hold that outside line, but it looks like Doug's going to get the run on the inside here, and Doug is just ahead. Are these guys going to go through here 2 by 2? These guys are done playing nice. Doug making contact with the wall there. That's going to give Key the opportunity to get around there, but Key just backing off, realizing that that was going too wide there is what caused that hit on the wall. So Key is not going to make the move there. He's going to back off. He's going to let Doug reset, and he is going to continue on with this battle for P1 and P2. Let's go through our field. Whew, that's getting intense up there in P1 and P2. We're just going to go see what's going on through the field here really quick. 5th place is Monkey Mafia. We see Posh in 4th. Hairraiser's still back there in 3rd place, but he is 6 seconds behind. Ibra in 6th place here. We've got Troll and Kobe in 7th. We got Super in 8th, and we have got Type R in 9th place. And I got to tell you, the battle is for P1 and P2 here currently, ladies and gentlemen. And, man, these guys are just absolutely driving hard here. So we are definitely going to stick with our leaders here right now. As Doug and Key are just really starting to, you know, they're really starting to feel the pressure of the clock is what's happening here. We're down to 23 minutes remaining in the race. And clearly these drivers have very similar pace. You see Key getting that move done on the inside of the very first tunnel on T3 there. Coming into T4, he's going to have the front positioning, so he's going to be able to get that optimal line coming through there. But Doug gets a great exit as Key goes a little bit wide. And here we go, Chad. We are side by side. We're doing it all over again. Doug, Key makes a mistake. Key goes really, really wide. Key went really wide there, makes a big mistake, but Doug is wide coming into the tunnel here, which is going to allow Key to catch back up. These guys are right back on top of each other, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my, we are in for a treat between these two drivers here tonight. One of two things is going to happen. These guys are going to be battling all the way to the start-finish line, or one of these guys is going to wreck under the pressure, and it's just going to be a heartbreaker. One of the two things is going to happen here today. There is not being any love lost by any of these drivers currently here on track, and they are absolutely 100% side by side. As you see, Doug getting a good run there. We're getting wide. He went to go defensive, but Key already had the position. Key's going to back out here as we come through this final sector. Again, not the best place to be too wide through, ladies and gentlemen. There are places to pass on this racetrack, and there are places not to pass, and that is one of the places you just don't try to pass. You know, coming into this sector, great opportunity here if you get a really great run through here. And, of course, then we have this final chicane. There's always a passing opportunity in a hard braking zone, something like this. You can see Doug going semi-defensive here. He is thinking about that. And he's like, yeah, it's all right, mate. You go ahead and take that shallow line. I'm going to take the racing line and try and get a good exit here. But again, Doug got a good setup coming into the final part of that chicane up the start-finish line straight here, and Key just not able to get the move done coming out of the chicane here, but great run. He's in that slipstream, and Hairraiser is there off in the distance there, a 3-second gap, ladies and gentlemen. So, I mean, Hairraiser's not necessarily out of this yet either, but if these drivers continue to battle like they're battling, it's going to be game over. It'll be a 3-way battle for the lead here, and we got... and these guys are just, they're not, whew, these guys are working, they're sweating, man. Doug is constantly looking in that review mirror. Key is just waiting for Doug to make a mistake, and we see it right there, ladies and gentlemen. Doug with a 0.5-second penalty, a track limit penalty there, and I believe that's going to be for contact to the wall inside the tunnel. Inside the tunnels here on Trial Mountain, if you contact the wall inside the tunnel, it will potentially give you a track limit penalty there, because technically the wall is the track limit here coming in and out of the tunnels. So for those of you that are always a little bit confused why you're getting penalties in the tunnels and can't figure out why, it's because you are contacting that wall, and that is base in Gran Turismo 7. That is a track limit penalty, and it is a viable penalty, ladies and gentlemen. So do not hit the walls inside the tunnels here in the game, because you will be penalized potentially for that. So Doug is going to pay the price here, and that's most likely going to give Key the positioning here, because Doug is going to have to serve this penalty coming up the start-finish line straight, and that's really going to be a great opportunity for Key to really get a distance on Doug here. So you can see Key's actually gotten around Doug before he even serves a penalty, which is the best case scenario for Key currently, as he's going to gain an instant 7/10 to 8/10 of a second while Doug serves that penalty, if not more, just due to the point on the racetrack where these penalties are required to be served here today. So these guys are going to come around the chicane here, and at the moment that they come up to the run on the start-finish line, you're going to just have to see Doug serve that half-second penalty. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow Key to pull away, and we're probably going to see Hairraiser start to pull up. So let's jump on board with Hairraiser here, actually, with that being said, and see how much time he drips off Doug here in second place. Currently, it is 3.1, 2.7, 2.5, 2.2, 2.1, 2, 1.9, still gaining. So he gained almost a second on the second place driver, Doug, there. Just because of that half-second penalty and where it has to be served, ladies and gentlemen. So penalties are very key here at Trial Mountain. They hurt, and now you can see Hair Razor has them in his sights. So motivation, there's motivation. So we're going to have a potential three-way battle for the lead here coming to the end of this race, ladies and gentlemen. We got 18 minutes remaining, folks. 18 minutes remaining. Thank you, everybody, for dealing with a little bit of a laggy situation here. We're going to sort that out right after this broadcast, I promise you. Great shot coming down the tunnel there. Oh, we got a battle for fourth here. We got Monkey Mafia and Posh Corner here battling for fourth and fifth. I'm glad I decided to go through the field here. Obviously, it's a good time to go through the field as we've got a little bit of space in between first, second, and third. Not much. We got to keep our eyes on it. But we have a great battle between Monkey Mafia and Posh Connor here for fourth and fifth place now as well. So we see Posh on the inside and Monkey Mafia doing a really great job at maintaining that side-by-side out in the outside with Posh Connor. And as a matter of fact, getting the job done on the outside, maintaining that move. Great stuff by Monkey Mafia here as he made a fantastic move stick on the outside there, ladies and gentlemen. Got a great line, a great run through that corner. And got him ahead of Posh Connor. So we're going to be keeping our eye on this battle as it progresses here as well, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness, boy, we got some racing happening today. We see Posh, he's going to, ooh, he thought about it. He took a look on the inside. Maybe just try to psych Monkey Mafia out a little bit. See if he's going to make a mistake. See if he's going to go defensive there. And Monkey didn't bite, obviously. But Posh is going to be in the slip here. As he's chasing down Monkey Mafia. And I mean, you can see Ibra and Tron just off in the distance there. They're not too far behind either. So, I mean, these guys aren't too terribly apart from each other for the most part. So, we got that lead pack of three there, and then we've got this battle for fourth and fifth here, and then we have just a we've got our couple drivers in the back of the pack there as well. So I apologize about the lag, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get this sorted right after the broadcast. It seems like about once a week I have a major issue with my my software, my programming, so we'll sort that out here. Let's get on board here with Key. Now, Key's opened up about a 2.5 second gap on second place Doug. So, Key currently sitting fairly comfortable, but you just can't feel comfortable. A small little mistake, and Doug is right there. But now you can see that Hair Razor's really starting to try and close that gap up on Doug here in third place. So, let's jump on with Hair Razor here. As Hair Razor's in that slipstream range now on Doug, so we're going to potentially see a battle here between Hair Razor and Doug, and we've seen Hair Razor pick quite a bit later than the front two drivers here, so a little bit of strategy from Hair Razor, an overcut situation in a sense, ladies and gentlemen, with third place driver Hair Razor here, and he's going to be riding on much better tires than the two drivers in front, so that might be the difference makers. We're 15 minutes remaining, ladies and gentlemen, 15 minutes remaining here. So we're going to be in for about 7 or 8 more great laps here at Trial Mountain. Monkey Mafia has now secured that fourth place position from Posh Connor. Posh Connor now trying to work on regaining position on Monkey Mafia to try and take fourth place back there. We got Supra in 8th, and we've got Type R here in 9th place. So we are currently sitting with Key, our race leader here. And as you can see just behind him here, we got that great battle for second and third place developing. So let's jump over to Doug here, and let's jump on board with our driver Doug here. As Hair Razor looked inside there, but decided to back out. Doug kind of almost took the nose off of Hair Razor there to go defensive. So Hair Razor just backed off just the slightest amount there, and that was a good call because that could have been potentially catastrophic for both these drivers. It would have spun both these drivers right out for sure. Oh, the dailies are still glitching and not loading. Sorry, my man, I didn't see that first part of the comment there. How's it? You doing good in the dailies, though? I still haven't ran any yet myself yet. So we definitely, the gap is opening up from first to second place. So I think what Hair Razor and Doug really need to work on here is working together for the next 10 minutes of this race, and start to force the issue on first place driver Key to have a three-way battle for the race win, really coming down to the final couple laps. I mean, that's the ideal situation here, I think, for Doug and Hair Razor. I don't think it's a great idea for these two to be battling right now, but I'm not driving. I'm not the one in the situation, so of course I'm just here to speculate and talk and make this fun for everybody. So we got Posh Connor, and unfortunately Posh has a half-second track limit penalty there, so that may actually give Ibra a chance to close some ground on Posh as well. We've seen Hair Razor gained about a second on Doug when he served his track limit penalty, so that's going to put that gap under 2 seconds between Ibra and Posh Connor now as well once he serves that penalty. But we still have a healthy gap from first place to second and third here, and you can actually see first place is now coming up to Type R here up in front, so we're going to have a blue flag situation here shortly, and let's see how these guys handle it. Of course, in the technical sectors, the lap traffic does have the right to the racing line through the corners, but as soon as they get out, they are to, of course, get off the racing line and allow the lead traffic to get by. But at the same time, it's also the lead lap car's responsibility to make a move safely around the lap traffic as well, and you can see that happening here. This Type R got out of the way, allowed first place driver Key to get around him safely there. He just picked a good moment. Ooh, Key getting a little bit wide. That's going to cost him. That is going to cost him time. And Hair Razor's now gotten around Doug, so Doug must have made a mistake. Hair Razor's got 1.3 seconds, so Doug definitely made a mistake somewhere. Maybe he made some contact or got really deep in a corner. Unfortunately, we missed that because we were busy watching the pass on Type R from Key. But now we see Hair Razor starting to catch up to that lap car as well, so you know, that plays in. That definitely going to factor into what could happen here in this race. If it takes a while for Hair Razor to catch that Type R in 9th place to get around him, that could be enough for Doug to catch back up to Hair Razor. But you can see Hair Razor is really starting to make some distance here. Doug is doing everything in his power to catch back up. And you can see, ladies and gentlemen, again, I'm not going to say it. You guys just take a look for yourselves. I do believe in fair play. We just don't have a banner designed for these guys yet. We are going to work on that. I do have something I'm actually going to talk to these guys about. Maybe even today. We'll see. So we do have Key, and Key has that back marker cushion between him and Hair Razor currently. And I mean, we're down to 10 and a half minutes remaining, ladies and gentlemen. So this race is very, 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 very close. See Hair Razor now going really, really far inside of Type R there, coming into corner 1. Looks like Hair Razor got around before the corner there. So now he's put a cushion between him and third place driver Doug as well. So now Doug's got to navigate around Type R here as well, and Type R is just doing a fantastic job at just moving out of the way of these guys and letting these guys continue along their battle, their push for the lead here. So massive shout out to Type R. Great racing awareness, great racing etiquette there from Type R. We got Monkey Mafia doing a great job here in 4th place. As we got Posh hadn't to serve that penalty, and like I said, you know, we've seen Hair Razor gain a second on Doug when he had to serve that penalty, so we're seeing much of the same. We almost got a battle developing between Ibra and Posh Connor here now for 5th place. So Ibra is all up on Posh's business here, and they're going to go side by side again. This is a very tough corner to go side by side through. It's very narrow exit out of that corner. It looks wide, chap, but when you put two cars side by side, it's not as wide as you think. So we see Ibra having to back out a little bit there. He's going to be on him coming down this tunnel though. And we would... Oh, Ibra's getting a great... Oh, no! We have major incident, ladies and gentlemen! Oh, that is really, really unfortunate for Ibra. As Posh Connor got all kinds of out of sorts coming out of that exit. He got sideways. He hit the corner. Spun out in front of Ibra. Ibra did everything in his power to avoid contact with Posh there. And got collected up by Posh. So... both cars suffering serious damage. We can see Ibra there with front aero and full front suspension damage. That is going to make this car extremely tough to drive the rest of this race. And we see Posh Connor Actually kind of getting the better end of that somehow, as he had some suspension damage. And damage model is on light here, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see now, the damage has gone away, so it's only affected these cars temporarily, but really unfortunate situation there for Ibra's Posh Connor, just getting a little bit wide coming into the tunnel, making contact with the wall, creating spin. So, and man, did we just see a smoke show going into that tunnel, ladies and gentlemen? Absolutely fantastic graphics again. Oh, let's go up this way. Ooh, we almost lost spectator mode, chat. Yeah, again, we are fighting with new game release, and of course some quirks and some bugs and glitches going on within the game. So all in all, this race 100% success, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to call it 90. We're not going to call it 100 yet. We're going to call it 90. We still got to get back into the lobby after the race to get the replay, but fantastic racing here by all the chaps, man. And the lobby, again, not really giving us a lot of issue here. Small lag spiking is about the only difference. But again, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we have United Kingdom drivers, we have American drivers, we have a driver all the way from I don't know what that flag is. Yeah, we got drivers from all around the world, ladies and gentlemen. Let's put it that way. In the lobby, and in my experience with the lobby so far, ladies and gentlemen, the further away you are from the host server, typically the harder time you have in the GT7 lobby. So that is what I'm noticing. So there's some information for you guys and gals out there that are wondering if this is feasible to start league racing on GT7. Well, we're proving it to you right now. Is it feasible? We're here, round one. We are 7 minutes away from race finish, so feasible? Absolutely. Is there, you know, quirks and tricks to making it happen and making it run properly? Absolutely. Absolutely. There's definitely things that we have to do to ensure the lobby stability. And I got to say that all the drivers, all the officials, all the admin staff, and all the community over at GTRC have done a fantastic job to get this series put together here on GT7. Get everybody on board with what we need to do here to keep these races moving efficiently. And fantastic stuff. Guys looking great, getting a good race off here on a beautiful Saturday. And here we go. We are rounding out our final few minutes here. 7 minutes. Sorry, 6 minutes remaining. 6 and a bit, chat. 6 and a bit. Doug here in third place. We see Monkey Mafia in fourth. We're starting to see some gapping here now, but we still have this battle between Ibra and Posh. So, this battle is far from over, I think, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Ibra went really late on the brakes there. He really closed up a huge gap there, but man, oh man, he almost made contact with Posh Connor there. He went so late on the brakes. But, whew. Great job by Ibra there not to make that contact, but man, that was close. But boy, look at the exit he got. Look at the run that he got on Posh, and he is going to try and get the slingshot here, but he's not going to get the inside track here, ladies and gentlemen. Posh Connor is going to have inside track going into T1, but if Ibra can hold around T1 here, he's going to have inside for T2, so a little bit of contact, not too bad. And inside for Posh, coming into T3 here, and T4 into the tunnel is going to be to Posh, but I have seen several times people make the move on the outside in this tunnel. It is very, very doable. And Ibra's in the right line to do it here as he comes out. Great exit, and Ibra's going to get the job done on the outside in the tunnel, ladies and gentlemen. What a fantastic move by Ibra. Very late in the race to take fifth place from Posh Connor, and all Posh Connor can do is say, damn, mate, nice move, nice move. You seen the light flash there? That's a sign of respect from Posh, saying, great move, buddy. And that was fantastic move there by Ibra in the tunnel. And you know, we've said it a couple times during the broadcast. You can make that outside move in that tunnel, and Ibra just put on a clinic of how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you were paying attention, because that's how you make a beaut in tunnel number 2 on Trial Mountain on the outside. It's all about holding that inside middle line, and Ibra did it to perfection, ladies and gentlemen. So we do have Key still in first place. He's got a 2.2 second gap on second place driver Hair Razor, and they've opened up a pretty significant gap on Doug here now as well. Elizabethia coming in with that thumbs up. Much love. How are you doing? Hope you are doing fantastic, darling. Thank you for stopping in. We do have Monkey Mafia gaining now on Doug as well, so Ibra again with that beautiful outside move in the second tunnel here at Trial Mountain on the outside to get around Posh Connor, and Ibra is going to try and just drive this thing home here in fifth place now. Trone's up in P7. We see Super here again, track limit penalty and Type R in ninth place. You see him now being caught up by Monkey Mafia in fourth place as well. So we are nearing the end of our race. We are 4 minutes remaining, ladies and gentlemen. So we are 100% going to stick with our race leader here currently, just to see if this battle is going to develop between P1 and P2. And it looks like he's actually opening the gap up a little bit. It was 2.2 seconds, now it's 2.5. So Key seems to have everything under control here. But again, still a couple laps remaining left on the racetrack. It's racing. Anything can happen, ladies and gentlemen. But so far, Key doing a fantastic job in P1. Hair Razor's had a fantastic race, really managing to get himself well positioned there in P2. And Doug's been battling that car a little bit here near the final stint of this race, but still managing to hold that P3 position there. And he's having a good drive. He's been battling hard all race long, too. Of course, putting a lot of wear and tear on that race car with that battling. So, because of that, he's just losing a little bit of pace off the rest of the drivers in front there. Now, we have Monkey Mafia in 4th place here. And I don't think Monkey's going to be able to make time up on Doug unless Doug really makes a big mistake. Ibra and Posh, I mean, this battle is potentially not done here yet before this race is over, ladies and gentlemen. Both these drivers are separated about slipstream distance apart right now. You can see Posh is just out of slipstream, and Colby is right there. He's gaining a significant amount of time on both these drivers as well while they were battling. So potentially a three-way battle for 5th place here near the end of the race as well. Oh, why do people jump in the lobbies? Don't jump in the lobbies. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot jump in and out of the lobbies during a league race. Oh, no. We're going to have to make that very, very clear to all our racers here as staff officials and event planners. Once the race is going, you guys got to stay out of the lobby until the race is finished. It does cause complications. So we see Key here in 1st place. We have Hair Razor in 2nd. We have Doug here currently sitting in 3rd. And you can see Monkey Mafia is just on the same straight there. As Doug's crossing the finish line, he's making his run to the start-finish line. So Monkey Mafia not out of this. And something has gone on here. Posh has gotten back around Ibra. So Ibra must have made a mistake here somewhere. And Posh has gotten around here. So, I mean, we're on our final lap here, basically, Chad. This is it. This is final lap. As all these drivers are coming around, this will be the final lap here at Trial Mountain. And we have a great battle between 5th and 6th place here, but we have to go see what's going on up in 1st place. Obviously, halfway around the racetrack is our race leader. This is the final lap. Now, is the race leader going to get around one more time? He may be able to just squeeze that victory lap here, depending on when he comes around the racetrack. So we are going to stick with our race leader, ladies and gentlemen. I know there's a battle going on for 4th and 5th place right now, but for 5th to 6th, we see Ibra's now ahead of Posh. So those two are battling. They're definitely battling. We'll get to them as soon as we can, but we got to stick with our race leader here as we're getting near the end of the circuit, ladies and gentlemen. And Keytops has a 3-second gap on 2nd place driver Hair Razor here, so as long as he keeps this nice and tight and clean here around this final sector, Trial Mountain, this should be race victory number 1 for Key very early in the GR4 Silvia Touring Car Championship Series here. And again, this is presented by the Gran Turismo racing community, the GTRC, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, I'm your host for the evening, Ghost Terror 45, GT45 Gaming. And we have Key coming around, and it looks like he's going to get one more lap yet. So the fuel management is going to be key here for him, as we can see, ladies and gentlemen. And he's absolutely going to get one more lap. Is Hair Razor going to get one more lap? Yes. Is Doug going to get one more lap? I don't know if Doug's going to get that final lap. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. And no, Doug finishes here in 3rd place. So 3rd place finish here by Doug. Great job to Doug, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. We got Monkey Mafia now coming across. Monkey Mafia is going to come across in 4th place, ladies and gentlemen. We got this battle, and it's right down to the wire. We got Ibra and Type. Oh, he's oh no, a little bit of contact between Ibra and Type R is going to make it tight. Oh, a little bit of contact between Trone. We got a battle. We got a battle. We got a battle. Here we go, Posh. Ibra. Who's going to get it? Oh, we don't even know. Woo. Posh Connor takes 5th. Trone takes 6th. Ibra losing out there, getting 7th place. Type R coming across in 9th. We got Super here coming across at 8th place. Lap traffic did factor into that 3-way battle for 5th place, ladies and gentlemen. What a great finish. Oh my goodness, that is what we're here for. That is what we love to see. Let's get back onto our leader here now. And you can see Hair Razor's closing the gap. So the question is Key having to fuel save here a little bit? As you can see, he's in the red. He is flashing. Does Hair Razor have the fuel? Both these drivers are on about the same amount of fuel. It is going to come down to just which driver gets clean around the racetrack here. If Key makes a mistake, it could be Hair Razor's. If Hair Razor makes a mistake, it's easily Key's. So we're coming down to the final sectors here, ladies and gentlemen. P1, P2. Who's going to get the win here? It's looking like Key. Again, in that Napa Auto Parts 31 Silvia here today, looking fantastic. And it looks like it's going to be key as we're coming into the final chicane. Last 2 corners, ladies and gentlemen. Our race leader coming around the final corner. And it is absolutely going to be our Canadian driver, Key Tops, our now 31 Napa, who is going to be our race winner here today. Congratulations, mate. What a drive by Key. And second place goes to Hair Razors. So fantastic job by all our drivers here today. What a great race. Boy, these boys made it absolutely exciting coming to the race end there. Whew. Fantastic job by all the drivers. Bada bing, bada boom. We are going to save that replay. We have the replay saved, ladies and gentlemen. And what a race by our GTRC community in our round 1 Silvia Touring Series Championship for the Group 4 class. Wow, that was a great race. There was not a dull moment in that race from start to finish, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, I'm just going to flip you guys to a Be Right Back screen for one moment. We're going to jump in and we're going to do some podiums. You know how it goes, baby. You know how it goes. We're going to go get them their juicy podium interviews. So I'll be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so here we are with new season. The GTRC group is back at it. And man, you know, they had such a fantastic Group 4 Championship Series last season. Every race finished strong. There were great battles throughout all the races. And, you know, nothing changes. We move over to Gran Turismo 7. We throw down our first series here at the GTRC. And, man, these guys did not disappoint, ladies and gentlemen. What a great race. Congratulations to all the drivers on track. You guys did a fantastic job. It was super exciting. It looks incredible on GT7 here, too, as well, ladies and gentlemen. That was just beautiful. And congratulations again to all our drivers. But of course, most importantly, we're here for our podium finishers for these beautiful interviews here. So our third place finisher today, ladies and gentlemen, is Doug. And man, you were battling hard all race long, right from start basically to the finish of the race. And unfortunately for you, I think that might have hurt you a little bit, obviously, due to your tire situation throughout the race. But talk us through your race and let us know how it felt here on the new game.
It's good. It felt all right. I think we were nighttime for a little bit too long, so we might have to adjust something on that to sort that out. But no, it's a good race. Tyre wear was always going to be my downfall on a lot. It's always my downfall on a long race. Being on a pad, I've got that extra wear. So I fought as long as I could, battled as long as I could. Saw Key go in a lap before me. I thought my tyres are really going off. I'm going to come in on this lap, see if I can keep my lead coming out, which I did, but then he caught up. We had another good battle, and then the tyre wear kicked in again, and that was it. And then at the end of the race, when Razor got past me, I looked at my fuel, looked at the time, and was like, oh, I'm half a lap short. I can't do the last lap. So I had to make sure I didn't let Mafia catch too much, and he obviously made a mistake, so that was the result. And cross the line a lap down, not get on the lead lap finish. So, you know, good race, but I'm going to have to try and figure something out with my tyre wear. Otherwise, it's going to get me every race.
Absolutely. And I mean, I'm sure you'll figure it out. It's just a matter of, you know, making a small adjustment on your driving style, most likely. And of course, with the new game, new tire physics, new physics on the racetrack, we all have quite a bit to learn now when it comes to endurance racing here again. So, I'm sure that you'll all figure these cars out, and I'm sure that these races are just going to get tighter and tighter as the season progresses as well. So, anybody you want to
Mm.
shout out, Doug?
Just everybody involved, really. Yourself for commentary. Um, all the drivers that have come in, the new drivers, Key especially, well done. I can't believe that was my fastest lap I've done on this track, and he blew it out of the water by nearly 4 tenths. You know, I'm blaming that on he had my slipstream for a lot of that lap. But yeah, no, it was a good race. Thanks to everyone.
Absolutely, it
Well
was a
done to
great
Razor
race.
and Key.
All right, well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our third place finisher, Doug, and congratulations on that third place. Good strong start to the
No,
series
I'll
for
take first.
you.
I'll take first.
So our second place finisher, Hair Razor, ladies and gentlemen. So congratulations, Hair Razor. Nice to see you sitting there on that podium again.
Thank you.
Of course, you had a good run in the last series with the GT4 manufacturer series that you guys had, and you're just continuing off that momentum moving into GT7 here. We've seen you were quite a bit off the pace of the leaders early on in the race. Now, when you seen them pit so early, was it already in your head that you were going to try and go for that overcut situation?
Well, I made a little bit of a mistake, obviously, in one of the corners, and basically I lost 5 tenths in the about the second lap, and of course Keys and Doug just disappeared. Then they got each other's slipstream, and I thought, oh my god! So I pushed it as hard as I could. I saw they went into the pits, but I didn't want to go in too early because obviously when you come out, your tyres have got to last even longer. So I stayed out another couple of laps, hoping to hopefully try and bridge that gap a little bit, but obviously no, I couldn't do it. And then Doug obviously made a little mistake, and his tyre wear was going, and so I was able to pick up another place, which was sorry to say to Doug.
Well, and I think
Sorry.
the key moment there was as you were slowly starting to peel that gap down that you had. You know, it was at 3 seconds, and you were dipping it down to 2.9. I mean, it was bouncing back and forth there a little
Yeah.
bit. But then he picked up a track limit penalty in the first tunnel, and what I was explaining to chat is a lot of the racers are confused of why they're picking up penalties in the tunnels. If you hit the wall in a tunnel, it's a good
Yeah.
chance you're going to get a track limit penalty because that's track limits inside that particular part of the racetrack. And that's unfortunately what happened to Doug there. And by that half-second penalty, it actually cost him. We were watching you when you were as soon as Doug served that penalty, and you gained about 1.2 seconds off that half-second track penalty limit that Doug picked up there. So again, clean lines and keeping it within the track limits do play a major part in endurance racing here, and that was really the key moment, I think, for you to catching up to Doug. And then of course you had much better tires than Doug had at the time, and it was just a matter of time before you got the job done there. So
Yeah,
congratulations.
I tried to push it to get Key as well, but thank you.
You were closing the gap there too, and I mean your fuel situation and your tire situation between yourself and Key at the end of the race were almost identical. So it really was, any driver makes the big mistake, and the other driver's gonna win the race type deal. So it was a close race. It was a great drive by you again as well as always, Hair, and can't wait to see what you're gonna bring into the next round in a couple of weeks.
Thank you.
Any shout-outs, of course? Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to congratulate all the drivers that have taken part tonight, and the commentators, and of course all my fans.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, we're having a little bit of streaming software issue. It's going live, but if you guys are rewatching it, it might be a little bit laggy, so I do apologize. As unfortunately, there's just nothing we can do about it once we go live. So, for you guys that are rewatching, I apologize. It might be a little bit choppy here and there. All right, and new driver to the series. Now, maybe not new to the community, obviously, but definitely a new driver to the series is our first place finisher, Key. And I just want to say congratulations, great debut.
Thank you.
And talk us through your day, because I mean, you and Doug were battling for probably about the first 35 minutes of that race, periodically. So talk us through your race and talk us, just let us know what you're thinking as your strategy goes on, of course, while you're battling and all those things.
Well, when I first started, I seen Doug fly right up to Hare, and I was like, "Oh, great! This is gonna be the race." 3 guys, and then we got like 2 laps in, and Doug binned it, or not Doug, Hare binned it in that first few corners, and I just took advantage of it, I guess. And then, me and Doug just kind of started flying up the pack, and we were cruising for a bit there, and then I took the lead, and then Doug got it back, and as he got it back, I decided I'd take a pit there. And unfortunately, when I came out, I had a 3-second penalty because I cut the pit lane on the way in. So I thought I was screwed. then once he pitted, I came up and I just served that penalty. He was just exiting as I served it, so I got kind of lucky in that. sense.